everyone, Daniel, 395 Junkie, Mama Goose on my side. And we have not done a camping video in a very, very long time, and something tells me we should have waited 2 weeks because it's been a rough start so far. If you live in Southern California, you know what it's like to try to go anywhere on a Friday.
On the 15 north.
On the 15 north. It was a complete disaster. It took us an hour and 40 minutes to go probably 20 miles. And now we're on to 395, and I can't even see the signal where it's up ahead, and we're dead stop traffic, so.
And it's 6:10.
It's 6:10.
The sun is setting.
And it's windy outside.
And we're nowhere near a decent campsite.
And the fridge my refrigerator's on the fritz.
But we had an itch, and we had to get out.
Sure, yeah, no, we definitely did, and Jeep Wave, that was. But we are out, and we'll make the most of it. I mean,
yes.
So the idea was to get up, maybe do Alabama Hills, maybe well before Alabama Hills, Red Rock area, get up to the Sequoia National Forest. We might do that tomorrow, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to go as far north as we can until about 7 o'clock, which is another hour or so, and find some BLM land just to stop and set up camp for the night. This video is going to feature the new Gazelle, which I'm excited to use. We've never used it yet. So we're going to be testing out the Gazelle Tent and cooking a little bit of food and just really just getting out of Dodge for a couple days and
relaxing.
Yeah, should be a good time.
And we're in my JL.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And it is packed to the brim.
And no Sierra. I don't know how we got Sierra in her last time when we took this up to I always forget, Lobedell Lake, I think it was.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, it's a mess. Update on Belle. She's sitting in the garage. She's as sad as Sierra that she's not going on this camping trip, I'll tell you that. But my parts are still not in. And next weekend we're going out we're going out of town, not camping. So we won't be camping next week. So hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks we'll get Belle. But what else in this video, dear? What else are we gonna do that's fun and exciting?
You are not planning. That's different.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Not really planned.
Nothing's planned. We spent a couple hours yesterday packing the Jeep, getting everything ready.
Spur of the moment.
Yeah, and
didn't route anything.
Yeah, and normally I'm the opposite. Normally I'll do all that, but because everything's kind of in limbo with the parts for the Jeep, I was hoping I could get that this weekend, but waited as long as I could, and then we pulled the trigger on going camping. So we have no idea, no campsites in mind, which is kind of refreshing because I don't feel like I'm in a rush to get anywhere. But
that's okay. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. So once we get to camp, we will pick the videos back up. And in the meantime, I'm going to eat the best beef jerky in the world.
Okay.
If you can read that, what is that?
It's jerky.com.
It's jerky.com, and it is amazing. Some would say I'm a jerky connoisseur.
Oh my gosh.
No, they just say I'm a jerk. All right, we'll catch you guys up back at camp.
Bye.
Happy to be able to have a fire again.
Yes. But it's not that cold, actually.
No, it's like 65.
It feels nice.
It feels really nice. All right, guys, so we we made it to camp. I didn't really get a chance to shoot any video. We got here right as the sun had already set, but it was, you know, that time period in between sunset and it's totally dark. We got here at like 5 minutes before it got totally dark. But we're at Red Mountain. We can see the 395 out in the distance, and we went about as far as we could tonight because I wanted to really set up the new Gazelle tent in the daylight, or at least as much light as I could, and we were successful in getting that done. But it went up in literally less than 3 minutes, Goose. I mean, it was pretty quick.
I would say less than.
Yeah, it was really quick. We'll show you tomorrow night that whole setup because we'll get to our destination tomorrow a lot sooner than sunset, that's for sure. But we're just gonna get some dinner cooking. It's probably like 8 o'clock by now because the sunset at 7:30, so it's probably like 8:30. So we're gonna enjoy a cold beverage or two, and tonight's dinner is a marinated chicken breast with some broccolini. Mama Goose, quit hiding. Why you hide all the time? People want to see you. Mama Goose is over here shy and bashful, but any words of wisdom before I start cooking dinner?
No.
Woman of many words. But like I said, we're at Red Mountain, just east of the 395. We're on BLM land right now. And we're going to get cooking. So we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Oh, and by the way, I'm having an issue with Mama Goose's Jeep right now keeping the refrigerator on. And I think the problem is the gauge wire that they run from the factory to this 12 volt in the back is really a smaller gauge wire. So I think I'm going to have to rerun some wire in the future. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little Jackery, the 240 here, and I'm going to let the fridge run off of this all night. And right now, it's at 100%. So I'll let you guys know in the morning what percentage it's at, just so you guys can get an idea of how much power these fridges really take. So, man, it's been a while since I've used this Tembo Tusk. It's like seeing an old friend after years and years and years. Very anxious to get cooking on it. And we're just going to cook the broccolini on the scuttle. Just get it nice and scarred up, and then I'm going to cook the chicken, and then I'll probably mix it back in with the chicken. And if you're wondering what broccolini is, it's like broccoli,
Bougie broccoli.
only more bougie. So with the scuttle, what's great is I've got all the water in the middle and now the broccoli off to the side, so it's not getting soaked in the water, but all that steam is getting it all cooked. So I'm going to cut this up so it cooks a little quicker. Alright, so dinner is just about done. I'm going to pull this off. Like I said, it's really simple, guys. Tomorrow night's going to be a little bit more exciting, but tonight it's just broccolini, some marinated chicken breast, and a couple cold beers.
Oh, where's my beer?
Right here. But you got to pay taxes, dear.
No! What the hell?
Alright, guys, so dinner is served. And let's give it a try.
Win.
Broccolini tastes very seasoned.
It's the scuttle.
It's the scuttle.
Chicken's delicious.
Thanks, dear. Alright, we're gonna keep it real. What you guys did is the off-scene. Mama Goose and I were... That was my camera.
No, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh. God.
Oh, no. Oh. make for some good footage.
A little wind gust.
A little wind gust.
Never hurt nobody.
See, that's what I get. I was about to hang all of our dirty laundry, but we'll keep
Now
it
they'll
here.
never know.
Now they'll never know.
That was a sign, dear.
Yeah. Mama Goose thinks she doesn't get enough upgrades on her Jeep.
I don't. I don't.
We'll just leave it at that. I think your Jeep's beautiful. Just like you, dear.
No. So, Team Mama Goose, comment below. I need more upgrades.
No.
My JL needs a build. Yes, it does.
It is. Anyways, guys, we're gonna continue to fight offline. But the fighting gets nicer the more we drink, so. No, we're gonna finish eating dinner and sit by the fire here for a little bit, enjoy the view of the 395, which that sounds like a joke, but it's actually kind of pleasing to my ears.
Yeah. You can see the headlights, tail lights,
All the
in
lights.
the distance.
So. Boy, what a great night's sleep we had in that Gazelle tent. Better sleep than I ever had in the rooftop tent, which is surprising. We loved that iCamper, but that thing did really well. I think a lot of it has to do with it not being too cold. It seems like the last 4 or 5 trips we were on, if not more, it was really, really cold at night. But this is absolutely gorgeous right here where we're at. Red Mountain right off the 395. This is our little pit stop that we took. And didn't get a chance to shoot any video last night in the tent. Mama Goose and I, we just hung out by the fire. Had a really good time and then turned in and we just crashed hard. So this morning we're just going to get some coffee going. A couple bowls of oatmeal. And then we're going to pack up everything and get an early start. And start headed west a little through, what's that road, dear, we're going to take? Garlock Road. And that's going to take us over to like the Red Rock National Park, I think it is. So we're going to stop by there and then we're going to, the plan is to go gain some elevation on the southern part of the Eastern Sierra mountain range there. I think it's going to take us up to Sequoia National Forest, but that's the plan, which is very, very liquid. We could change it at any point. If we like what we see in Red Rock, we might just stay there. But we're going to clean up here, get some coffee going, and we'll catch you guys up in just a little bit. All right, so we just turned into Red Rock Canyon State Park, and as we were entering the park, we saw a sign that said no camping. So this might just be a day drive, dear.
Pit stop, yeah.
Yeah, pit stop.
We'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. It's only 9:30 right now. And I heard from my daughter, Gabby, with the yellow Jeep. She's going to be joining us wherever we land. So I'm going to stay in contact with her, and we'll see her this evening. But in the meantime, Mama Goose and I, we're going to just tear it up here and
Explore.
do some exploring. And
Finding adventure.
yeah, from what I saw online, there's some pretty nice looking areas up here, but if you can't camp, at least we can drive through on our way to our next spot. But I'll shoot some footage and show you guys what it's like up here, and we'll catch up with you in a little bit.
All for YouTube.
All for YouTube.
Oh my God.
All right, guys, so we're just making our way through Red Rock Canyon State Park, and that's so funny.
It's so bumpy. It keeps bumping on the car.
So Mama Goose is struggling holding the camera. Now she knows what it's like from the
No.
Big Bear video. In any case, we are we just went down some pretty steep terrain. It was like all solid rock, and then it immediately went up. It was off camber.
Oh.
Anyways, we better cut it short. Mama Goose is having technical difficulties.
It's Tommy.
But we're back on, I think, what is a main trail, which is going to take us to near the 14, where there's a restroom area where we're going to meet our daughter in about an hour. So, all right, guys. So we got a little bit of a situation here. Mama Goose, bless her heart, likes to stop and take pictures. I don't know, every quarter mile, every eighth of a mile, and this time got the better of her. She's wearing these cute little boots. She's laughing now. but she went walking on this. It's kind of a loose, gravelly on hard rock, and she fell right on her ass, and she banged her arm up pretty good. So, good learning experience for everybody. Always have a medical kit on you. We're just gonna clean it up a little, bandage it up, and give her a tranquilizer and knock her out. Antibiotic ointment.
No, not an ointment. Like a wet pad, like a moist.
Yeah, towelette. Ammonia towelette. Bingo.
I don't know.
Got it. Good thing she wasn't bleeding out.
See, like, here's what I got going on here.
She got a big old bump.
Where's the bump? Point to it.
Right there.
Yeah, that's a big bump.
Is it wet? Oh yeah, you got a nice little knot there, dear. Alright guys, this is my medic kit. It has a lot of stuff. I'm not going to say more than you'll ever need because you never know what's going to happen, but I might have this in my Amazon store. If not, I'll put it in there, but you can find it anywhere. Alright, so we're here at the restrooms where we're supposed to meet my daughter. Just finished making some lunch. And there is absolutely no cell service here right now, so Garmin InReach. I'm just going to turn it on right now and see if I can get a hold of her. Mama Goose is hurting inside there. So I gave her a cold beer, not to drink. She's using it to hold against her arm to keep the swelling down. All right, message sent. Give it a clear view of the sky. And as soon as it sends, you'll hear it make a little noise. Yep, just went through. How's it feeling, dear? How's it feeling?
Bad. It really hurts.
You want to go home?
No.
Ruin the weekend? Suck it up! We got camping to do.
Stop.
If you really want it to feel better, drink the beer.
If I really wanted it to feel better, I wouldn't have a Bud Light.
Hey, easy. So we made our way through Jawbone Canyon, and We're on a road called...
I don't know.
I forget.
Does it have a name?
It does have a name. But we went through Jawbone Canyon, and then it kind of dead ends, pavement ends, and we're starting to head up into higher elevations now, and there's a meadow right in front of us, but we're going to keep going all the way up to Sequoia National Forest area. And we're almost there. We're going to be making a right up here on Kelso Valley Road, something like that, and then we're going to make a left on Paiute Canyon Road, something like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, this is what we get for not planning, but so far, everything's been perfect. Been really, really happy. But as you just saw, we had a bunch of windmills that we just drove by, and something tells me you may not want to go camping in an area where they're putting windmills. So. All right, guys, I think we found camp. We're right off of a marked trail, and we spoke to a ranger earlier in Jawbone. And he was saying that everything's open. Just, you know, if you're going to have a campfire, make sure you have your campfire permit, which we do, a shovel, water, and tread lightly. So we're going to get everything set up, and we will catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, so we got to camp, and it's a little windy right now. I apologize for that. I'm using my other mic, so hopefully a lot of this will come out clear, but wanted to show you guys the new tent, how easy it is to set up, and see how long it takes. So, ready, Mama Goose?
Ready.
Let's go. And just like that, the tent's set up. Of course, I still got to stake it down. We got to put the rain fly on it, but you know, that all doesn't take too long either, but that's got to be less than a couple minutes. So we're going to finish all that right now. All right, let's give you guys a tour of the inside. So like I said, I still have to stake it down, so all of this will be tight on the ground, but we got room in here for one of the double size, what do you call it? X-Ped mattress. You got storage up there for putting a cell phone or wallet or whatever it is you want to keep handy. You got some cross ventilation windows here if you want to open these up.
Well, there's 6 windows.
Yeah, there's windows
So 3
all over the place. How many windows do you want, dear? No windows for days. And here's Gabby Girl's setup. What do you think, Gabs?
Amazing.
You like the spot?
It's okay.
How's the roof rack and the rooftop tent working out for you?
So far, perfectly. Never had any issues. Super easy to set up.
People are always asking about that DZ roof rack, if you still like it.
Honestly, I think it's pretty great. I've never had any issues with it. It's still sturdy. It's not come loose. Nothing's come off.
Yeah, so it's it mounts onto the rain gutter here, but then there's some little supports underneath that support right there. That sits on the roof and gives it the support that it needs for all the weight up there. So really not a whole lot of weight is sitting on the roof rack or the rain gutters. It's all sitting on those supports. And it was like, I forget, it was like $400 or $500. Way cheaper than a lot of these guys, like the Rhino racks of the world. And Gabby rocking the ARB rooftop tent. Let's take a gander up here. Wow, fancy. You fancy, huh? All right, Mama Goose, ready to go for a walk?
Ready, let's go.
How are you dealing with your injuries?
I just can't help a lot because it hurts to push and pull.
Yeah, I bet. It's not that waterproof. You're going to regret that later.
They're waterproof.
Yeah, you don't purposely need to do that. Yeah, it's running good, actually. It looks stagnant, but...
It's like a fairy garden.
That's pretty deep right there. This is a spring. The water's coming up from the ground.
Water table.
Yep.
We're at the level of the water table. Use the correct geologic term, please.
What are you, some sort of geologist? All right, guys. Tonight it is steak and Brussels sprouts.
It's the process of
$3.95 Junkie, famous, which you've seen cooked many, many times before. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to cut the steaks up into bite-sized chunks so it cooks a little bit quicker. I'll cut the Brussels sprouts in decent-sized pieces so they cook quick enough. And then before you know it, we're going to cook it, drizzle it with the balsamic glaze, and it's chow time. So let's get going. What I like to do is I like to hit it with a little bit of Pam spray just to get it kind of evenly coated, and then I'll throw some olive oil on here.
Come give him the sauce.
A little bit of garlic salt.
Is this thing?
Yeah. Some pepper.
Alright, where's the sauce?
So you're just going to cook these Brussels sprouts until they're nice and crispy. They usually fall apart, but that's good. That just makes them a little bit more crispy. Steak's all chopped up, ready to go. We're going to season it right now before we put it on so that the salt soaks in it nice and good. And if you guys have seen any of my videos before, you've seen me cook this. It's the easiest meal ever, and it tastes so amazing when you're out here in the wilderness. You don't think of Brussels sprouts and steak, drizzled with some balsamic glaze. Forget about it. It's great. All right, add a little more olive oil to the mix. All right, we are just about done. I'm going to turn this down. And I'm going to add the balsamic glaze on it. And this stuff is thick. So if you're trying to do this in really cold weather, go look at my Oregon video, what we had to do. We had to put it by the fire for a little bit to get it to thaw out just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to mix this in. And then we will meet you guys over by the fire.
That is pretty. This one's really hot because it's close to the fire.
Okay, that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, hey, you should bring your kit. And she was like, it's all moldy.
Thanks, Father.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning. It is Sunday morning and it is cold. We are up here in the Sequoia National Forest, and you guys saw the drive up here yesterday was amazing. Probably slowly get things together, packed up, but we're getting breakfast going and pack it up, and we will see you guys on the trail. All right, guys, so Sunday morning, everything's all packed up, and yeah, not a good sign. So Mama Goose's battery is dead. We tried jump starting it with my little jump start thingamajigger, the micro start. And normally before each trip I top it off, but I didn't this trip. I used it a couple days ago, or yesterday, to start Mama Goose's Jeep because it was dead. So she's got some issues with her battery. Maybe it's bad and it's not holding a charge. But yesterday it wasn't starting, so I jumped it with this. It worked fine. This morning it did not start. So it's charging right now with the Jackery, which I have 16% left, which should be good. So we're just gonna have to give it probably, I don't know, 10-15 minutes on here and try it again. But unfortunately we didn't bring any jumper cables because I rely so heavily on this. So we'll have to see what happens in 10-15 minutes. We'll pick the camera back up when I give it a go, and wish us luck. All right guys, so I just pulled this off the Jackery. Let's see if it's got enough charge.
Cross your fingers.
All right, Gabs, give it a shot.
Oh my gosh.
Try starting again. All right, guys, so Gabby and Cameron just got back. They had to run to the nearest house and structure. Luckily, it sounds like they secured some jumper cables. I've had this charging again for the last 30 minutes or so. So we're going to try it one more time and see how it goes.
Not quite.
All right, well, as fate would have it, it ended up working after charging it on the other. So I swapped out the 12-volt plug input to the actual plug AC, and that doubled the charge how quickly it was drawing from the Jackery. So that I should have did a long time ago, and it might have saved them a trip down the street. But all's good, crisis averted. We're going to clean all this stuff up, and we're going to hit the trail. What a really enjoyable weekend, right? None of it was planned, as we had said, driving up here, even meeting up with Gabby, it was kind of a last minute deal. And what a treat it was going up in that Sequoia National Forest area above Java. Would highly, highly, highly recommend all of you guys, if you're local to SoCal, to at least go check it out. Not a whole lot of fresh water sources that we saw. There was that one small spring, and I'm sure there's other areas, but we just didn't come across any. But it was absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna head back home. I've got some research to do for Mama Goose's battery. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Either go with the dual battery setup, or I don't know. I got a lot of research. So one thing's for sure is she's got to change. We got to do something different, because that could have been a much worse situation. So
Yes.
Make sure your jump starter's always charged. Make sure you got your first aid kit. All kinds of lessons that we're learning from Mama Goose.
And make sure you bring jumper cables just in case your
Yeah, but you still gotta have another car. The jumper cables are great if you got another car. So
I guess that's true.
yeah. You know what? Let's just stay home. It's not worth it. We're out. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in a couple weeks. We got to go out of town next weekend, but hopefully the weekend after that we get Belle's
big upgrade.
new upgrade. So you've been hearing that for a while, so we'll see. In any case, happy trails and take care, y'all.
Bye.